When you go into a Hindi film, क्या expectation होती है रफ melodrama, lip sync, dancing, unattainable beauty standards, big climactic fights, action. But how about stories of everyday life? You and I in our overstuffed city apartments, starting and ending our days on Instagram. Check this one out for size. Hey all, my name is Sucharita. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about movies and occasionally with people making them. Today, let's take a look at Arjun Varen Singh's Kho Gaye Hum Kahan starring Ananya Pandey, Adarsh Gaurav and Siddhant Chaturvedi in the lead roles, now streaming on Netflix. This film is set in Mumbai. You're a fly on the wall as three besties, Imad, Neil and Ahana, navigate through life. Around 25 years old, they're perhaps younger millennials, ya shayad older Gen Z. Living on the cusp of two generations, these three are coming to terms with other roles they're automatically slotted into, wondering every day where they might belong. Is having a corporate job after an MBA and finding a steady partner the right thing, or following your passion as a stand-up comic rebellion enough, considering you come from money? Did Neil start bodybuilding and training the stars of Bollywood as an attempt to shed that middle class tag? Amid the insecurities, what remains constant is their friendship until pent-up frustrations cause that too to crack a smidge. Co-written by Zoya Akhtar, Reema Kagti and first-time feature filmmaker Arjun Varen Singh himself, Kho Gaye can be summarized as those ultra-rapid zoom-in shots that start from a satellite up above in the exosphere, speedily coming down to Earth, stopping only when it reaches a person on their phone looking at pictures of satellites in the exosphere. The larger picture zooming in to take an unhurried look at its consequences over a short period of time, only as it affects the three people on screen, engaging in discourse by abandoning it momentarily. It's not new that the dissonance between our real lives and online personas is a very real thing. I bet it's the subject of many an anthropological study. It's also a known fact that Hindi cinema is notoriously bad at depicting social media use. When its presence isn't entirely ignored, more often than not what you see is a person posting a titillating video that then goes viral overnight. 2D animation with voiceovers, reading tweets, location pins, a cacophony of ding 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 sounds within one montage generate morchas as someone comes running into a room to say, "Have you checked your phone, Rohit/Anjali? You have gone viral." It's embarrassing to watch each time. खो गए हम कहाँ, रंग सा ये जहाँ. At the helm of Kho Gaye is a much younger writer-director, hence the protagonist's relationship with social media is the most accurate and hence most effective I've seen in recent years. In fact, the opening credit montage edited to the wonderful track Hone Do Jo Hona Hai is the closest Bollywood has come to getting the social media montage right. The fleeting yet permanent nature of the media mirrored in the real-life moments being shared by its three protagonists. Where Kho Gaye falters is in its slight desperation to make a point, almost wondering, "Lom ko samajh aayega kya?" Ahana doesn't just wake up to see her ex-boyfriend has blocked her on Instagram. She says out loud to no one, "You've blocked me." A niggling little crutch the moment doesn't need. In another, Neil hacks into an influencer's Insta account by guessing her password and posts a story with words that sound more Javed Akhtar than him. Also, at the risk of sounding nitpicky, an influencer with 1 million followers would most likely have multiple ways to detect her account is threatened. It would take an actual hacker with a team to be able to get in and stay in. The worst offender are the stand-up comedy portions. Despite coaching by the ever so lovely comic Sapan Verma, Siddhant Chaturvedi isn't quite believable as a man who tells jokes for a living. I find it mystifying why in fictional shows and movies with stand-up comedy as a central plotline, the actual stand-up comedy is the worst part. It's almost as if actors and screenplay writers don't accurately understand performance as a stand-up comic is not only about getting up on stage to recite lines you've learnt. Siddhant Chaturvedi's unpreparedness for the part is in unfortunate contrast when sharing screen space with Adarsh Gaurav. Watching the latter as always is a gift. Adarsh is Neil, the least affluent of the group, and yet not the one with the most to lose. He still lives at home with his parents, which despite being dark and somewhat rundown is still a home they own, seemingly in the Bandra suburb of Mumbai. Through Neil, the film tries to explore what goes into creating an online troll, people who find joy in murdering joy for others. Alas, once again, the writing is sadly unsure of whether the viewers will get what it's getting at. Neil, in a fit of rage, doesn't just leave anonymous comments on posts of people he knows, but also for inexplicable reasons on Sonakshi Sinha and Karan Johar's photos. We're lucky Adarsh is the fantastic performer he is. The unintended hilarity of the moment could have taken me out of the film entirely, but as long as the camera stays on Adarsh, you do too.
Can you please just tell me कि break लेने का क्या मतलब है? बस ये मत बोलना कि तुम मुझसे बोर हो गए हो.
Ananya Pandey delivers her career best performance as Ahana, the actor clearly having worked hard at this role. The writing too is most sympathetic toward her. Ahana won't just lose her job if things go wrong, she also has other pressures to contend with that men around her just don't. Imad can go on as many dates as he likes, but one Insta story Ahana shares about one date causes her ex to go to great lengths to claim his territory. While it isn't quite believable that a beautiful woman like Pandey is playing a character who has never thought of posting attractive photos on the internet, it's Ahana with whom the film empathizes with the most for good reason. Much like its protagonist's relationship with the digital world, Kho Gaye Hum Kahan is also inconsistent, searing in places and frustratingly basic in others. Dialogue by Yash Sahai, who also wrote for Gehraiyan and has composed music for films, ranges from scathing to banal. Grounded in realism, you hear characters have conversations and arguments that could be pulled straight out of your WhatsApp chat. A showdown scene between Neil and Imad is particularly good. But then there, he also makes Kalki say it's the digital age. लगता है सब connected है, लेकिन शायद इससे ज़्यादा अकेले पहले कभी नहीं थे. Reminding you that this film seems halki phulki, but it has a message, lest you miss it. A stand-up monologue in the final act, designed to bring a big cathartic moment to a character, is simplistic to the point of being almost manipulative, considering just how deeply satisfying some conflict resolution had been in sequences immediately preceding it. There is nary a struggling 25-year-old comic who has the wherewithal to present tragedy coated with humor to an audience that's fooled into thinking it's watching stand-up, but instead is being shown the darkest parts of a human's heart. To subtly bring in devastation by way of jokes that performers like Veer Das, Trevor Noah or Hannah Gadsby do would take years of perfecting the craft. Imad's profession, alas, is treated with the bluntness of mainstream Bollywood doing the "you have gone viral" montage.
तुम किसी का भी सोशल मीडिया प्रोफाइल उठा के देखो, it's just a highlight reel of the best moments of their life.
Having said that, how refreshing it is to have a team of young artists come together to tell stories of our times. Each song on the album is an instant earworm. I've added them all to my road trip playlist. Achint's music for the title track, written by Javed Akhtar, was a little too reminiscent of Goldspot's Friday, but it's still delightful nonetheless. Tanay Satam's camera lights the streets of Mumbai in the rain with a romanticism that's more young people falling in love late at night in a city that lets them be young than the Sapno Ka Sheher Mumbai Bollywood tends to do. The neon lights of a dingy pub called Hideaway, the steps by the Mount Mary Church in Bandra, the stuffiness Ahana feels in her office cubicle. To establish Bandra, we don't see the Sea Link or the Bandra Fort, but the fascinating outdoors of Art Deco buildings in its various neighborhoods. Impossible to afford for the newer generation, unable to be kept up by the older one. Like I said above, Kho Gaye Hum Kahan struggles with what it's saying the way we struggle with our relationship with social media. While one is deriding how fake our relationships have become thanks to social media, it is also eventually the digital medium that will allow any future generations to be heard. The film is on a digital platform after all. Watch on Netflix and बताओ comments में.
मुझे नहीं जानना यार कि तुम क्या कर रहे हो, क्या सोच रहे हो, क्या खा रहे हो. I have better things to do, all right?
So on a scale of 1 to 10, Kho Gaye Hum Kahan is 1 million wali influencer बेचारी gets a very bad treatment. The film fully painting her as an opportunistic ditz. Content creators को cast बड़ी जल्दी करते हैं फिल्में ऑटोमेटिक रीच के लिए. जब स्क्रीन पे दिखाना हो तो वाई सो मीन. नेटफ्लिक्स पर जाने से पहले इधर आ गए हो तो सब्सक्राइब करके जाना. वीडियो के नीचे बटन है एकदम. माय नेम इज सुचारिता. थैंक यू फॉर स्टॉपिंग बाय.